Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Survivor Radical Reality Productions. I'm your host, Jay Milligan, and me and the icon queen of the exits, Julia, are back to do our lovely exit interviews after our Outcast twist. Now that we have people officially out of the game, and we have, as always, Julia here with us, and joined by our first boot, Tanner Grinzel. Tanner, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
All right, and with that being said, Julia, I hand over the floor to you.
Awesome. Tanner, it's so great to be talking to you today. So, the first question I have is where do you think it all went wrong for you in this game?
I think it went wrong for like when I joined that 8-person room and I started talking about my vote. I said, Ben, how do you feel about voting Garrett? And my spot was like blown up.
What do you think you should have done differently? Do you think you should have grabbed Ben and gone to a different room? Do you think you should have thrown out a different name? What do you think could have helped you stay?
I think what have could have helped me stay was had a one-on-one, being in a one-on room with Ben.
Do you think that throwing out a different name could have gained more traction, or do you think Garrett was the best vote to try to keep yourself safe?
I think Garrett would have been the best vote.
Awesome. So, what went into that decision to ask Ben in the room with everybody?
Um, I think they agreed on voting Garrett and then I just said that and how I worded it, I was like, Ben, are you good on this vote? And then that's what basically happened. Like,
So, you were obviously the first boo, and in this season, we had the Outcast twist. So, unfortunately, the Outcast did not win the challenge, so they didn't get the chance to vote someone back in. But if you guys did win the challenge and have a chance to vote someone back in, who would you have voted into the game and why?
I think I would have voted Garrett because he seems pretty strong. Um,
What would you what would you have done if you were voted back in? Was there anyone in particular you would have wanted to work with or anyone you would have wanted to vote out, or would you just gone in with a clean slate?
um, I would have gone with a clean slate. I would probably see if Alex would trust me. Um,
Awesome.
I think how we lost the Outcast twist was because the Outcast challenge because I think either some people messed up on the challenge or they didn't understand the challenge because we had to do the ping pong cup stacking, and it was originally the rubber bands and shooting off the ping pong balls, but some people didn't have those, so they had to improvise. So they just had to do the two cup stacking, two people cup stack, and like and either way, I think some people messed up on the challenge or like we did nothing wrong on it, but I think there are some people that didn't understand it that we couldn't vote someone back in.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Those are really the only questions I had for you, but I know Jay had questions from the viewers on Facebook, so I'm going to throw it over to Jay.
Yes, we do. So our first question is coming from your tribe mate, actually, Ben Horn. If you made, if you had to make an alliance of two people from the other tribe, who would you have picked? So, assuming you or Uncle us who picked two people from Loro, I can name them off if you need them.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll name them off for you. So, we had on Loro was it was Andrew, Becky, Luke, Mitchell, Austin, Miles, Hart, and Cody.
I would pick Hart and Cody.
All right. All right. Next, we have from a question from Scarlett. Who was your favorite player in the game besides yourself?
I did like Garrett in the game. He's a person that I really enjoyed meeting.
All right. Next up, we have Amber Beatty. If you could change something about your gameplay, what would it be?
Just like don't talk about your vote when you're in a room with 8 people.
Yeah. All right. How did you? And then next you have your 2 questions from your tribe mate Nick Cannon. How did you feel when Alex drafted you for his team?
Um, I think when Alex drafted me, I think that it was an opportunity I would step up my game.
Yeah. Were you planning on Were you planning to work with him based on a prior game relationship?
Yeah, because like that previous game I did decide to even first boot. So I think we were one who would work together from that. Like,
Sounds good. Next we have member production and one of our confessional kings, Elijah Van Camp Go. Do you think the mini format helped or hurt your game, and why?
um, the mini format, like people do say too much on it, and when you start saying too much, then your spot gets blown up.
All right. That's all the questions we have for Facebook. Julia, do you have anything else? Otherwise, I'll close it out.
I don't have anything else. Tanner, do you have any other comments you'd like to say about the game? Anything that you really enjoyed about it? This is your chance to speak.
I really had fun playing. Yeah, again, like I could have stayed longer if it wasn't because of that error. Like,
For sure. We were really sad to see you go first, but I really hope we get to see you again in the future. Jay, I'll throw it back over to you for closing, but Tanner, it's a pleasure as always.
Yeah, Tanner, absolutely. It's always a pleasure with you. We look forward to seeing you in any of our future games. You're always invited back. You're always a pleasure. With that being said, we will have exits over the next couple of days, and we'll go right into our merge soon. Me and Julia will be back probably soon. So we love you all for tuning in. Member Survivor Greece applications are still open. So with that being said, have a good night, everyone. We will talk to you soon, and look forward to Garrett's exit coming out.